Ladies, sometimes you have to leave the humble with Zuckerman's famous pig. What if I told you that the only thing between you and your dreams is you? That's right, you. What you think about yourself, what you feel about yourself, what you say to yourself is going to dictate how you live your life. Today we're going to talk about self-esteem. I heard a famous actress called Niecy Nash. Her name is Niecy Nash, and she won an award. But apparently she was up for a similar type of award many times, and she kept getting rejected and rejected and rejected. And then she finally won. And one of the most profound things that she said in her acceptance speech was that it's about self-esteem. They call it self-esteem, not them-esteem. Self-esteem. What does it mean to you? I guess the dictionary would say it is the way we treat or perceive ourselves. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the easiest way to say it. It's a struggle. I can tell you that I have women in my life that are amazing people, but man, do they sell themselves short. As women, we hold this badge of honor where we are humble, leave it to the pig, selfless, nurturing, kind, giving. It is wonderful to be all of those things, but we need to be them to ourselves. Selfless. What does it mean to be selfless? Is that you put others before you? Okay, I can see that. As a mom, as a wife, as a friend, as a child, maybe you do put your loved ones before you. But what it doesn't mean is to treat yourself less. And unfortunately, we do that. We do that all the time. We worry about our hair. We worry about our face. We worry about our hair. We worry about our face. We worry about our butts. We worry about our waists. We worry about everything. How do we look? How we're aging? What people think of us? What kind of mom we are? Do I look fat in these jeans? We worry about all that. But for the rest of the world, we will give those props. We will go on social media. We will like their house. We will like their car. We will like their kids. Click like, click like, click like. We will like their vacations. We like all day other people. But do we hit our own like button? Oftentimes that's a struggle for us. Why is that? Is it the expectation that we do something that we can be proud of and then we've accomplished it, so then if we're not doing something or achieving something, we don't celebrate ourselves in the same way we celebrate others? Pat ourselves on the back. I know at 50, my joints a little stiff, but I still try to get back there every now and again. And sometimes I forget to do that because the bish that likes to hang out in my head sometimes tells me that it's not enough, I'm not enough, it's not good enough, what if people don't like you? And it is work to put that bish in her place. It is. I do it often. Look, I'm a certified life coach. I am a 50-year-old. My name is Shonya, by the way. If you're new here, thanks for watching. And to those returning, I really appreciate you. I struggle with this. I can be the most certified of the certifiables and still struggle with my inner voice, with the things that hold me back, with those voices that tell me that you can't do it. Perfect example, YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for 2 months. At 50, this was something that I said I was going to try. Try to talk to people, connect with other women, connect with people in general, anybody who wants to hear my voice or maybe get a message from what I have to say. That is something that I chose to do, which took me pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I have spoken on stages. I have spoken in front of a group of people. I have spoken in meetings. I speak a lot to people in general because I love to connect with other people. But when it comes to trying something new, doing something different and hard, and getting feedback from other people, man, you could talk yourself out of anything when you have to do all that because it's easier and it's safer not to try, not to do it. It's 2 months for me on YouTube. The day I got one comment that was constructive criticism, I'd like to take it as, because I'm choosing to look at all of it as if people's intentions are good. Um, it made me pause for a minute. I gotta tell you, it hit me in my solar plexus for a second. And then I said, you knew that this was going to be. You know that there are people out there who are very toxic. You know that there are people out there who are going to say mean and cruel things, and it's more about them than it is about you. But for some of us, women, we absorb like a sponge and we think that it's all about us. Isn't it funny how when something goes wrong or we're upset about something, it is all about us? But when it comes to kindness and love and compassion and empathy, it's not about us, it's about everybody else. Aha moment. Yeah, this is what we need to work on. Self-esteem. Niecy Nash's, it's not called them esteem, it is self-esteem. I always say, sometimes, that voice shows up. It's a song that you repeat in your head, and you have to change your stinking thinking. Change the station. That, be kinder to yourself. It's like, I don't know, it's like an inherent feeling like as if you're not allowed to. You're not being humble when you are celebrating yourself. I used to love The Biggest Loser. And yes, it was motivating for weight loss, but what else was good about it? It wasn't everybody getting on the scale and seeing their results. It was a song that played in the beginning. And the song is called Proud. I can't remember the lady's name that wrote it, because I think they do like a rendition of it on The Biggest Loser. Anyway, the song was, what have you done today to make you feel proud? The words, the lyrics to this song is so profound and so moving and so motivating that I would tell you, everyone who watches this video, you need to go look up that song. Because there's not a day that goes by that you don't do something that you should be proud of. Maybe you got up to go to work and you didn't want to. You got out of bed when you'd rather just lay there. You took the time to give somebody else a compliment. You helped a friend. You set a goal for yourself that you accomplished. Going back to some of the amazing women that I know, one in particular, she's a beautiful person, inside and out. Like, her soul is just goodness. And she's just a special person, and she doesn't see that sometimes herself. And I remind her, but it's not about what I say. It's about what she says to herself that matters. And she's accomplished some great things, like she's raised a child on her own, not by choice. She's given her child and herself a life. She's gone to college. She's earned a degree. She's committed to her career, her job. She says she has a hard time saying no. And, I always wish that she looked at one of the videos where I say it's okay to say no. And she should be patting herself on the back each and every day. And she forgets to. And that's what she's got me for, because I think God puts people in your life for certain reasons. A season, a lifetime. And yeah, she's stuck with me for life. However, sometimes I have to remind her of her greatness. I'm like, she's pretty badass. But she doesn't look at those things all the time. She may say, look, she was a single mom who purchased a house in a very expensive part of this country by her damn self. And I celebrate that all the time. And every time I talk to her about it, because when I see that she's, doing what us girls do and beating herself up a little bit, I have to remind her of her greatness. I'm like, do you know who you are? You're a badass. Like, look what you have done. But unfortunately, we are so focused on what's in front of us that the past is behind us. We focus on our butts that are behind us, but the past of the great things that we have accomplished, that we have done, that we have persevered through, we don't celebrate that. We don't honor that. Why? Why is that? You are the only you that can be you. There is no comparing you to anybody else. You are the only you that can be you. Only you know what it's like to live your life. Only you know what it feels like to experience the struggles that you have overcome. Only you know that. And there's no one else on this planet that could say that. You are special, you are unique, and I'm talking to all of you that need to hear this. I'm talking to all of you that need to hear this. You are special. There is no other you. There is none. There's none. There may be people who want to look like you or be like you or act like you, but there is no other you. Only you know your greatness. And if you ignore that, if you ignore your greatness and you're looking at everybody else's greatness, you are doing yourself a disservice. I know, I fight with myself. Look, again, I started YouTube. It's an outlet. It's fun for me. I could talk to people and uninterrupted, and I love to talk, clearly. Excuse me. And I did it. I started doing it. It was fun. And I was getting feedback, and I get a lot of feedback from the small circle of people that I have shared with. But I'm like, it's because they love me. It's because, they love me. Of course they're going to say it's a great video. Of course it's going to say it's a good job. And then why would I tell myself that? Why wouldn't I just say, hey, sister girl, you were talking to your people because your people need to hear you. And that should be enough. But then as time goes on, I start to say, oh, how many views did I get on that video? Oh, people didn't like that? Wow, I really thought that message was important. They needed to hear that. When I started this channel, I tell you guys that I am a certified life coach. I'm a financial behavior strategist. I am a working mom of married mom of 3 amazing humans and a great fur boy. And I tell you all that, and I give you this whole title of who I am. But who I am is human. I'm just me. And no matter what certifications I have, or the ability to help people get their finances in order, or to help people set goals and accomplish them, I'm still me. I still have the same voice. Going to school and getting a certification does not get rid of that voice. It makes me aware of it. It makes me aware of it. And that's why I try to help you be aware of your voice. Because what you say to yourself is your reality. I don't know who said it, but it's an old saying. Whether you think you can or you think you can, it's true. Hell yeah, it's true. Hell yeah, it's true. Because kids who think they're going to fail a test are not going to study. And I started comparing my likes, my comments, my subscribes. Oh yes, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you. I started looking at that. And then a friend in a group says to me, she's like, your views are not indicative of who you are. Your views don't show your value. And yes, I'm a life coach, and I know these things are true. I'm sorry if the lighting isn't the best in here. I'm trying out something different. Anyhow, so I had to hear it myself. It doesn't absolve me from my own feelings and emotions. I can give you strategies and tips on how to overcome most obstacles in life. How to set a goal. I can try to help you with that. I help myself with that. I coach myself. So like I said, if you read the description in my channel, it says this channel is for you and it is for me. Because I am having a conversation with you. And if you need to hear this, hear me. Listen, Linda. Remember that cute little boy in the, was it a meme or real? I'm so old fashioned. Listen, Linda. If you need to hear this, Linda, listen. Listen to understand. Listen to comprehend. You are amazing. And if you didn't tell yourself that today, you need to. You really need to tell yourself that, because no one's going to be your cheerleader or your champion like you are. Don't leave it to the pig, man. Don't leave it to the pig. It is not just the pig who gets to be humble. I get it. You can be humble too. But don't be so humble that you forget about you. Oh, yeah, there we go again with those little rhymes. I love to rhyme for some reason. It just comes to me. All right. I'm not going to just tell you that you need to work on your self-esteem and your confidence. You can be confident. You can be confident in knowing that you are a human just like everybody else. And if there are people who pretend that they do not have struggles with who they are, what they've done, what they haven't done, then they are lying to you if they tell you that. They are lying to you because everybody compares themselves to other people. The only person that you have to be better than is you. Is the last version of yourself, because you are not who you were 10 years ago. You are not who you were 5 days ago. You are not. So I'm going to give you 3 tips. And they're going to come off my head because I am not a scripted girl. 3 tips to boost your self-esteem. Find a song. Find a song that makes you feel powerful. Why do I suggest a song? You know why I suggest a song? This is why I suggest a song. Because you can probably remember the lyrics from a song from 25 years ago, but don't remember what you wore last week or what you did last Monday. But you probably remember those words to that song because those songs evoke emotions and feelings. And you take the time to remember those words. So find your song. What have you done today to make you feel proud? My kids can tell you, and it'll probably be played at my funeral someday, that every morning, the girl, that I'm not going to say her name too loud because she starts getting into my business, but she's in the little box in there. I used to tell her every morning, play Lovely Day. And every morning when I came downstairs, when I was working from home full time, that song would come on, Lovely Day. And I danced in my kitchen because my expectation was that I was going to have a lovely day. And even if I didn't, I had the mindset that I was going to try. And I worked at it a little bit. And sometimes parts of the day was great, and then sometimes it may have not been so lovely. But every day, I started my day off with that song, and it just made me feel so good. There's a song called I Am the Ish All Up in Here. I don't know the words. The beat is great, but the sentiment is good. I used to say that when I had to do a speaking engagement. That song would play in my car because I had to hype myself up, to empower myself, to get ready to face a group of people to have a speaking engagement. And it works. I tell my daughters that. And I also, God, I make myself laugh. There's a song that I sing at the office by the end of the day, and it's, y'all are gonna make me lose my mind up in here. I'm sure you've heard it. But that's also a song that sticks with me when the time is right. So if that song sticks with me when things get a little crazy, then there are songs that are out there for you. Find your song. Let it be your hype song. Let it be your theme music. That's number 1. Find your song. Number 2, look in the mirror. You're going to look in the mirror anyway. You're going to do that to fix your face, do your hair. You even look in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth. Probably laugh at yourself a little bit. When you're looking in that mirror, remind yourself how amazing you are and what you bring to this world, and that there is no other you. Give yourself a compliment. It's okay. You don't have to be shy. Go all in. Talk about all the great things about you. You're funny. You're smart. You're pretty. You're beautiful. You have a good soul. You're a kind person. You like to compliment other people. You're happy. You like to make people laugh. Go for it. Just don't be late for work. Stay there and say what you got to say, but don't stay forever. Okay, so yes. Focus on what you have control over. When you focus on what you have control over, it helps build that mental muscle. Your self-esteem will be better because you become more confident. When I went to coaching school, we did a little exercise, and people would write, they'd stick a piece of paper on the back of everybody. You don't know who's writing on your back. Everybody gets a pen, everybody's a piece of paper stuck on their back. You walk around this room and every person writes what they think of you, of how you show up in the world. And one of the things that stood out for me that people wrote about me was that I was confident, that I was very sure of self, very strong, confident, sure of myself. Those things are fleeting. Yes, I may come across very confident. I am confident in my convictions. I'm confident in my values. Those things I have confidence about. But I'm just like everybody else. I care what people think. I do. I try not to let it care more than what I think of myself, but I do care. I'm not going to keep you on here longer. And see, I keep mumbling my words. And I'm at this point where I don't care. I do care that you get the message. Whether you can overlook my fumbles and mumbles, and that's fantastic, because there is something to be said here. There's something that you need to hear and you need to listen to. Work on you. When you were seizing the day and putting your cape on and trying to save the world and maybe trying to grow a business and working a job and raising a family and cleaning a house, or trying to be a boss babe at work, all of the things that you were trying to do, you remember to take care of this. Take care of you. Take care of you, because there is only one. And I'm not going to hold you on here. You have an amazing day. And you say to yourself what you need to hear that you would easily say to someone else. Yes, I'm talking to you. You know who you are. Have a great day, guys. Bye.